Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another review for Crazy in Love, Chrisean and Blueface. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Before I get into it, I am embracing my inner Mary J. Blige tonight. Also, Chrisean, okay? Because I want my contacts today. Don't ask me what went wrong. My little eye is all red, looking all crazy. Let me let y'all see that way. No, my man ain't beat me up, okay? I'm having a conjunction malfunction, all right? But moving on. So this episode was the fourth episode, and it's called It's Complicated. And baby, let me tell you, it was complicated, okay? It started with her leaving her family up in Oklahoma. You know, her nephew and her siblings, they picked up right where it left off at, right? So it was one of her sisters and her nephew and her stylist. Her stylist, I want to say her stylist is like her BFF because he's with her all the time. And actually, he was the one that got her out the car on this episode. But, all right, I'm jumping too fast. But anyway, you know, like and subscribe. Hit that like button, share the channel, and also follow me on Instagram and join the Facebook group, Candicoatedsecrets. Okay? But anyway, when she gets back home, she goes out, you know, so she's, you know, it picks up because Blueface is still in Las Vegas. So he in Las Vegas, so she come back, she get on the plane, she in a car, she like, yeah, I'm single tonight, bad bitch energy, I'm outside. So she goes, she changed her clothes, her stylist get dressed. Her stylist is like, girl, let me take the tags off. She like, no, this pussy's single and I'm outside tonight, ready to mingle. So she goes out with DJ Sky, which is also one of her friends, okay? And they go to a club. She kisses her before they get to a club, and then it just like goes off right there and it skips to the next scene. So the next scene you end up seeing, it's like police, they're at their house, and man, they done got into a fight. They was beefing and fighting each other. Man, Chrisean bust this nigga in the head with a vase. Crack, put a big gash in the back of his head, okay? Just crazy. You see her, she's sitting in the car. She's in the passenger seat of the car. The camera's on their face. She all red and swollen right here. Her right hand it got blood all in it, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's just a mess, and she's just upset, and she's just sitting there, and Blueface like, get out the car, get out the car, get out the car, you being a pussy, like, you know, he's like, you being a bitch, calling her all kinds of names. I'm back. I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all for her or for them. He was like, get out the car. You wanna be a bitch, or you wanna be a nigga. You acting like you got a dick in your pants. All of this, you acting like you got a dick in your pants. I ain't trying to be with no man. If I wanted to be with a man, I would be with one. He was like, I want to be with a woman. So, you know, that's something else that they say. You know, I hear this a lot with just different people when they date different people, or when they're dating people that's out, you know, from different states. They're like, yo, Baltimore women is just crazy. Baltimore women is off the chain. Baltimore women don't know how to talk to men. So I was like, damn, it was cool because I got to watch this episode, and this episode gave that. So I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool, okay. I was like, all right, so I do see what he's talking about. So she called him a bitch or whatever. So he didn't like that. She called him a bitch. She like, well, you call me bitches all the time. You say whatever you want to say to me. He was like, no, this the real. Get out the car. You being a bitch. I thought you were so tough. Now you want to sit in the car. Like, this is real. This is what we doing. You know, let him see. Let him see. He takes his hat off and everything. And he's like, I got a big ass gash in the back of my head. You know what I mean? And she's just like, babe, I don't want to do this. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of arguing with you. Can you close the door? So at this point, she wants him to close the door. He wants her to get out the car. She is refusing to get out the car. So he leaves and get on the phone. I don't know if somebody really called him or he was faking like he had a phone call. But he was like, what you doing? And I didn't like the tone of his what you doing, because his tone of the what you doing sounded like it was another fucking female. You know, don't try like y'all don't know how people do. So it sounded like it was like a whole nother female because of the tone of the, what you doing? Because you know it was a dude to be like, yo, what you doing, y'all? So needless to say, her stylist ends up coming. You'll see her. She's on a FaceTime with her stylist. Her stylist comes, get her dressed in a car. She gets out. She hops out with her shades on and she go and she sit and she's talking to him. And so he's on the couch. So after he did all the name calling and stuff, which I did not like in the car, she finally gets out and he was like, "Oh, what's up?" To the stylist. He was like, "Oh, I knew it had to be a reason for her to get out of the car. I knew you could get her out of the car." So she's sitting on the couch and he's like, "Look, I want to talk about what just happened. You know, you just hit me for no reason. You just went off on me for no reason." And she's quiet and she's like, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." He like, "Why not?" So he was like, "Look, I'm an adult. I want to be with somebody that's an adult, somebody that knows how to communicate." He was like, "You hit me for no reason. You went off for no reason. You know, I answered your question. You got mad." So even at the car, right? So even when they was at the car before she came in the house, he was like, "You're a bitch. You want to be treated like a bitch? I'm gonna treat you like a bitch." He was like, you kissing, you make out with bitches and it's cool. I make out with motherfuckers and you like, "Oh, I cheated. Oh, you cheating, blah, blah, blah." Because remember I told y'all, she had kissed that girl. So I'm thinking that she must have posted that on her page or something because he saw that. So he brought that up at the car. So she was like, "Well, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." So they sitting on the couch and he was like, "Well, you know what you mean you don't want to talk about it?" He was like, "What happened?" She was like, "You babe, you know what you did. You know what you said." He was like, "You called me a bitch." And she was like, "Yeah, but you know why? You know why?" He was like, "No, tell me why." So at this point, y'all, she not saying shit. She quiet. She just sitting there with her glasses on and shit. She like, "I don't want to talk about it." And he was like, "Look, you capping." He was like, "Any other time when I'm dead wrong or I've done something to make you react, you going off. Now you so quiet and don't want to explain nothing. Now you so quiet and you don't have nothing to say." I was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying?" Like I told y'all don't like Blueface, but I keep telling y'all sometimes Blueface be making some valid points, baby. And I was like, "You know what? That is true. She usually do go off." He was like, "You know what? You know why? Like you hit me." He was like, "You do shit, then you got a problem with me if I do it." He was like, and then we start fighting. She was like, "Well, I don't like when you call me a bitch." He was like, "I call you that even when we having sex." He was like, "You know, when we fucking, I call you a bitch. Like, come on." And you, "Oh, don't call me that." He said, "What type of boring ass sex is that?" So clearly, y'all, Blueface like to call you names in the bedroom. And he feel like it's whack if he ain't getting to call you bitches and hoes and all that. Why he getting it in? So I was like, "Okay, all right." I liked it. He was sitting on a couch. At this point, for a moment he did look and kind of give me like, "Damn, like this shit is too much. It's becoming a lot. I don't want to do this no more." That was the look he was kind of giving. I was interpreting that from how he was looking, and he probably had a fucking concussion because he really got hit. Yo, she really hit him in the head with a vase, yo. I was like, man, they are crazy. So after that, he's sitting there, he's talking to her, like trying to get her to talk. She don't want to talk. She like, "Babe, I don't want to talk about it, babe. I love you. Can we just squash it?" So then she ends up coming over, sitting beside him. And of course, they end up dropping it. I said, these people are crazy. But I had to remember they are 22 and 25, y'all. I know a lot of people can say, "Oh, they grown, they should know." Yeah, but when you're young and you're a teenager and you're 20s, you do dumb shit. I say it all the time. You do dumb shit. When they turn 30 and 40, they're going to look back at all this foolishness. They're going to look back at all this foolishness like, it's my dog. They're going to look back on all this foolishness like, "Dang, why would I even do that? Why would I even entertain and do all this stuff?" Because, they have money. They're able to do it. And, we just can't expect them to be able to handle things like rational thinking adults, So that's why I say I do my best not to judge them and just have a little, I have some compassion and empathy for them because they're young and misguided and both of them come from some crazy backgrounds. So after that, right, they finally talk him into going to the hospital. Oh, no, no, no. Before they go to the hospital, his manager shows up. Whack 100. So Whack 100 comes and he is pissed. He's like, "What's going on? I'm seeing it in the blogs. TMZ is saying that you was just at the hospital." He like, "No, I'm good." So he's talking to him and he's like, "Look, we just beat a couple cases. We just lost $2 million. So I guess they kicked out of $2 million for whatever they back and forth and they going to court about." And he was like, basically telling him, the relationship he got with Chrisean is not healthy. He don't like it, and that she is like bringing his value down. But if you ask me, I think she brought his value up. I don't know. I could be wrong. Put it in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel, and you let me know what you think, because I feel like he did have his little bust down with Tatiana, and I like that song Better Days, but I feel like Chrisean makes him pop and made him like more relevant, okay? So Wack 100 is like, I need you to get back focused. I need you to get back in the studio. He was like, don't tell her where you going. At this point, she do like anybody else, y'all. She brings her ass out on the balcony and she is listening to the conversation. She want to hear it while she, smoking on her little reefer. So she is listening and listening. So I'm guessing Zeus or somebody told her to go back in the house, because she was like, what the fuck? Why I gotta go back in the house? And she was like, what are they talking about? Because he don't even like to talk. So I know that it must be some bullshit or whatever. So after that, she goes ahead. He's talking to Wack 100. Then he ends up, coming back. And Wack 100 was very, very adamant. Like, do not tell her where you going. We don't need her at the studio. She distracts you. Like, do what you can do to keep her far away so we can get your head back right. What y'all think he did? Baby, Blueface. Next thing you know, you look up Blueface, Chrisean, and some other people, and Blueface's cousin is in the studio, and she's in there, and she goes in there, and she starts rapping and all that, but they blank that out. They don't let you hear it. So I'm hoping that means that it's some good music coming, because I actually like her music. I really like her music. So they sitting there, they talking, they going over things, and who shows up, baby? Wack 100 comes into the studio, and he is pissed off. He was like, what you doing? He like, what you mean? He was like, why is she in here? What do we talk about? You supposed to be in here making music. You can get y'all, Chrisean like, what are you talking about? We making money, you know her, we making money, we in here, we working. And he like, yo, you not even supposed to be in here. So now he's telling Blueface in front of her. He was like, this is my girl. He was like, I love her. And he was like, yeah, and that is bad for business, bad for business. He was like, the fact that you even got a girlfriend is not even a good look. Because they be wanting them rappers and everybody to be like they single, y'all. See, little 5-year-old foreign girlfriend just blasted him all on the internet because he was letting Asian dolls shake her little shaker up on him. She went straight to the internet and said, you single? You want to act like you single? You think you single? And she did, went and embarrassed him just like somebody's mother. But we're not talking about 5-year-old foreign and his girlfriend. We are talking about Chrisean and Blueface. Crazy in love, because they are definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. So Wack 100 and Chrisean ended up getting into it because she's like, what you talking about? We ain't here making money. She like, you need to just leave. You need to get out. And it's just like a whole bunch of back and forth for a little while. And then they end up going outside and talking to one another. So when she goes outside and she's talking to him, Wack 100 is like, you're distracting. We just lost $2 million. She was like, all right, and we made more than that. We making money. That's what we doing. She was like, who are you? You are not my father. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, why are you even talking to me? Like, why? That's all she keeps saying. Like, yo, like, y'all know I hate that like word. She like, why you keep talking to me, yo? Like, you not my father. Like, what is you saying? Why are you here? What's the problem? So you can really tell that I don't think it's ever been a secret from a long time ago. Wack 100 does not like Chrisean. At all. Wack 100 does not like Chrisean. And he fucking voiced that stuff right there in front of her, because even when he was in the studio, she was like, get the fuck out. So, y'all gotta look at it. I like this episode. It wasn't a whole lot of drama. It was just like that. So I see where it is like calming down, but I know that it's going to get riled up. I don't want to speak too soon, because I feel like when you speak too soon, that's when it go pew, 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 pew. Stuff start going crazy, crazy again. So I was like, all right. So on the next clip, y'all, she is going to be with the mother. And I'm guessing maybe like his sister or somebody. See, I don't know, because I didn't really follow up on who she fought, because I didn't watch Blueface's show. I never watched it. Let me know, did y'all watch it? Who did she fight? So the The mother is on there. She gonna be having a conversation with Blueface. I guess they gonna be having a little heart to heart because I heard Blueface say to his mother, "You're not the type of woman that I would even be with." So I'm like, ooh, now he told his mother, usually they say a man's supposed to treat you how he treat his mama. A man usually must buy that's similar to his mother. But he told his mother, I do not want a woman like you. So I'm interested to see how that goes because they're going to go and have a meeting with some guy. So I don't really know. They don't really make it clear who this guy is. Because like I said, it was a preview to the next show. So I'm excited because actually him and Blueface are going to start fighting. Yeah. Him and Blueface gonna start fighting, and he was telling Chrisean, the guy was like, "You tough, right? Y'all think y'all tough? Y'all so tough. So you saying you could beat her ass? You saying you could beat her ass? Telling Chrisean to like run up." But Chrisean is like, "What are we doing? Why are we doing this?" So yeah, I'm interested in seeing what's gonna happen, y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel so I can keep you posted. It wasn't a whole lot that went on this time, but it was a lot that went on this time. All right, now I'll see y'all later. Bye.